y'all. Claressa Shields just did it again, and I genuinely cannot with this woman anymore. Because right when the internet was starting to believe that maybe, just maybe, this girl was going to sit down somewhere and let the Lord work, she crashed out in a complete stranger's DMs, typed things that should never see daylight, and handed the blogs the entire week's worth of content in under 60 seconds. And it all started because Cardi B did what Cardi B does, she showed love to a real one. Now let me tell you what the headlines won't, because that's where the real story lives. Because on the surface, this looks like just another messy DM situation. Another day, another crash out, another screenshot making the rounds. But baby, when you actually stack up what allegedly happened this weekend, the concert, the shoutout, the Gucci fit, the lurking husband, the deleted repost, the middle finger emoji, the DM slide, the R word, and the explicit content typed to a stranger, you start to see a pattern that is way, way bigger than one bad night on the internet. And here's the part that made me sit up in my chair. Papoose, Remy Ma's still legally married husband, was allegedly lurking on Thesis 50, which if you didn't know is 50 Cent's own fan website. The man built that platform back in 2008. So the husband is on his ops fan page watching his wife, and wait till you hear what Claressa allegedly typed in that DM. The caption? Real ass, real pretty B-star. Tagged Remy Ma directly. And the crowd, y'all, went absolutely feral when Remy hit that stage area. Remy Ma was Gucci from head to toe. Not trying. Not performing. Not overcompensating. Just existing and eating everybody alive without opening her mouth. That's grown woman energy. That's I don't have to say a word because my presence is doing the talking energy. And here is the detail I need everybody to sit with for a full second. Cardi B follows Remy Ma on social media. Cardi B does not follow Claressa Shields. Not a courtesy follow. Not a pity follow. Not a we're in the same industry so let me be polite follow. Nothing. Because real friendships in this industry are not manufactured for the timeline. They just exist. And what Cardi and Remy have, allegedly, is real. What Claressa is trying to build online. That's a campaign. And baby, campaigns require a budget. Real relationships do not. Now let me tell you what the headlines won't, because that's where the real story lives. The mainstream blogs are framing this as Claressa responds to fan. No. Rewind that tape. What allegedly happened is a grown woman with an Olympic medal around her neck slid into a stranger's inbox at odd hours of the night to defend a relationship that a court of law does not currently recognize. That's not responding to a fan. That is a spiral. And it's the second, third, fourth spiral we've watched this year alone. But it gets worse. Because Papoose, oh honey, where do I even begin with this man? So allegedly, Papoose was sitting somewhere, probably in his socks, probably in a recliner, we don't know his life, lurking on Thesis 50. That's 50 Cent's fan platform. The same 50 Cent that Claressa allegedly filed some phantom cease and desist against. The same 50 Cent that has been dragging this entire situation on his page for months. And Papoose is on that man's website, scrolling, watching content about his estranged wife going absolutely viral at Cardi B's concert. And what does he do? He allegedly reposts it. With a middle finger emoji in the caption. And then, because the guilt or the embarrassment or the oh god my girlfriend is going to see this hits, he deletes it. Baby. The internet does not forget. The internet screenshotted it before your finger could hit confirm delete. That post is going to outlive us all. That post is in the cloud. That post is in an archive somewhere. That post is on somebody's phone right now. And I just need to say this clearly because somebody has to. Remy Ma is bigger than the program. She got the shout out that night, not him. She got the crowd, not him. She got the Cardi hug, not him. She got the viral moment, not him. And this man is on 50 Cent's fan website posting middle finger emojis like that does anything except make him look, allegedly, completely and utterly obsessed. Which, I'm just saying, it does. Are y'all seeing what I'm seeing? Because the way this is set up, the man who allegedly moved on from his wife is spending his Saturday night watching his wife's viral moments on his ops website. That's not moving on. That's not a new chapter. That's a hostage situation with your own attention span. And that's not even the craziest part. Because somebody, bless their little chaos-loving heart, decided to send Claressa Shields that screenshot. Honey, I understand the assignment. I really do. Fans see something, they want a reaction, they slide in the DMs. It's the ecosystem we live in now. But what allegedly happened next is the entire reason we are all gathered here today. The fan sends Claressa the screenshot of Papoose's repost, plus the video of Remy at the show, and captions it something like, "I guess they was at Cardi B concert together lol." Now, in fairness, that's a bit of a leap. A repost doesn't necessarily mean he was physically there. The screenshot only proves he was watching from afar. But here is what Claressa allegedly should have done with that message. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Close the app. Put the phone on Do Not Disturb. Roll over. Go to sleep. Kiss the alleged boyfriend on the forehead if he's really there. Move on with your Olympic medal having life. Instead, allegedly, she responded, "Girl, shut the F **** up. Pap was here at the house. We together right now and last night. Claressa, baby, if your man is genuinely home with you, why are you in a stranger's DMs at midnight proving it? Secure women do not do that. Secure women read the message, roll their eyes, maybe laugh, and keep scrolling. They do not type paragraphs to random accounts trying to establish a nighttime timeline for where their man was sleeping. That's not confidence. That's a court deposition typed on an iPhone." The fan clapped back with something to the effect of, "We know your mouth a lie lol." And that, allegedly, is when Claressa reached for the R word. Yes. That R word. The one that has been retired from polite conversation for years now. The one that a self-proclaimed role model for young girls should not have anywhere near her vocabulary, let alone her keyboard. This is the same woman, y'all, who sat on Angela Yee's show, looked directly into that camera, and promised that she was turning over a new leaf. Was going to be more grateful. More humble. Was not going to respond to DMs, was not going to engage with the negativity. Was going to focus on her craft. That new leaf lasted approximately 5 minutes. Maybe less. I'm not exaggerating. 5 whole minutes. And listen, I want to give people grace. I really do. I believe in second chances. I believe in growth. But growth is not a press release. Growth is a practice. You cannot go on a national platform and tell the world you're changing and then, at the first whiff of a Remy Ma shoutout on a Saturday night, be typing slurs in a stranger's DMs. That is not evolution. That is a rerun. Now let me tell you what the headlines won't, because that's where the real story lives. The pattern here isn't just Claressa responding to trolls. The pattern, allegedly, is that Remy Ma does not have to lift a finger, say a word, or acknowledge Claressa's existence to trigger a full public unraveling. Remy simply has to exist. And that, baby, is the part that should keep somebody's team up at night. But she wasn't done. Oh no. Because what she allegedly said next is the part that made the entire internet stop mid-scroll and read it 3 times to make sure their eyes were working correctly. The fan kept pressing. Said Papoose was at that show regardless of what Claressa was saying. And Claressa, allegedly, typed an explicit, graphic, sexual comment about what Papoose was supposedly doing with her the night before. In a direct message. To a complete stranger. On the internet. That immediately, within the hour, got screenshotted and sent to every gossip blog with a working URL. I need everybody to sit with that. A 2-time Olympic gold medalist. A self-proclaimed role model. A woman who has spoken at schools, spoken to youth organizations, spoken about discipline and self-worth. Allegedly typed explicit sexual content to a stranger online to prove that her man was home. And thought, oh wait. And here's the question I cannot get out of my head. If Papoose was, allegedly, doing all of that the night before with Claressa, and doing all of that the 2 decades before with Remy Ma, exactly what are we proving here? What is the flex? What is the win? Because from where I'm sitting, both women are describing a man who cannot sit still. And one of them is bragging about it in DMs while the other one is in full Gucci at Cardi B's concert getting a hug from the biggest rapper alive. The mouth is not mating, baby. The internet responded immediately, and honey, they were not kind. The comments were brutal. She's ghetto. No integrity. Low vibrational. Nobody godly acts like this online. She doesn't have a clue how to be a lady with style and grace. Screenshot after screenshot. Repost after repost. And baby, I hate to say it, but they weren't wrong. Not even a little bit. Now, this is where I want to be careful, because I know some people are going to say I'm being too hard on her. I'm not. Because every single time somebody challenges Claressa about the fact that Papoose is still legally married, she pulls out the same line. Every time. Without fail. It's called divorce. Honey. Let's talk about this alleged divorce. Because I've been asking questions. Now let me tell you what the headlines won't, because that's where the real story lives. That divorce, according to what has been publicly reported, was filed at what I'm going to call the same imaginary court that received Claressa's alleged cease and desist against 50 Cent. Because as of the latest reporting available, there is no divorce decree. There are no active, moving court proceedings. There is no publicly filed parenting plan for their minor child. There is no settlement. There is no property division. There is nothing. That filing, if it even exists in the form she keeps describing, is allegedly sitting there collecting digital dust while Claressa waves it around on the internet like it's a court order. Papoose is, as of today, still legally Remy Ma's husband. Right now. As you are watching this video. That is not my opinion. That is what the paperwork, or the lack of paperwork, allegedly reflects. And here's the outrage math. Let's break this down. A real, contested celebrity divorce takes time, sure. But 2 years? 3 years? With no visible movement? With both parties still tagged in each other's business? With the husband still lurking on fan pages to watch the wife's viral moments? That's not a divorce in progress. That's a marriage on a very long, very quiet pause. And a marriage on pause is still a marriage. You cannot keep saying it's called divorce when there is no divorce, baby. That is called a filing. And a filing without progression is called a wish. And wishes, last I checked, are not legally binding. Where did the paperwork go? Who filed it? Was it ever served? Has there been a single court appearance? How is a minor child's custody being handled if there's no plan? Why hasn't Papoose spoken publicly to confirm any of this? And more importantly, why isn't anyone in her camp asking these questions before she goes on television and repeats the same line? And on top of that, here's where I have to zoom out and look at the bigger picture, because this is where the story goes from gossip to something genuinely troubling. We are watching, in real time, a young black woman with genuine, historic athletic accomplishments unravel her own public image one DM at a time. And nobody around her, allegedly, is stopping it. Nobody is taking the phone. Nobody is sitting her down. Nobody is saying, sis, you have too much to lose. Log off. And in this day and age, after everything we've seen happen to celebrities who spiral publicly without a real support system? I'm not taking anything off the table. I'm not saying there's a conspiracy. I'm saying the facts, as they are alleged, don't line up with the role model narrative being sold. Because if you actually cared about her, as a friend, as a partner, as a manager, as a family member, you would not let this keep happening. You would not let her go on Angela Yee and promise change and then, within days, be typing slurs and explicit content in strangers' DMs. That is not love. That is not loyalty. That is negligence dressed up as support. And Papoose, the man who Remy Ma herself has said cares deeply about his public image, is allegedly watching all of this unfold and saying absolutely nothing. Not one word. Not one clarification. Not one statement. Just going down with this ship in complete silence while, allegedly, his girlfriend types explicit content in strangers' DMs trying to prove he was home for dinner. I'm just asking questions. And if the answers were simple, somebody would have answered them already. At the end of the day, though, and I really want everybody to hear me on this part, there is a human being at the center of this story that nobody is talking about. And that is the minor child. That child did not ask to be in the middle of a public divorce that isn't actually a divorce. That child did not ask for their father to be lurking on 50 Cent's fan site. That child did not ask for their mother to be shouted out at Cardi B's concert while their father's new alleged partner spirals in a stranger's DMs. That child did not ask for any of this. And as somebody who cares about how these stories affect the people who don't get to speak for themselves, this hits different. Thank God nobody is being physically harmed. Thank God this is playing out in text messages and not in something worse. But the emotional damage of growing up with your family drama being blog content? That is a real thing. That leaves marks. We've seen this before. We've watched celebrity families combust in slow motion, the Kanye situation, the parenting battles that spill into public view, the mental health of everyone involved being ignored until it's a headline. And every single time, the adults in this situation swear they're protecting the child. Every single time, the child ends up being the one who reads it all when they get older. Claressa, if you're watching, and let's be honest, she watches everything, this isn't about winning a DM war. This is about the fact that the internet is forever, and one day, a child is going to Google their family's name. And the top results are going to be this. Is that the archive you want to leave behind? I'm not trying to be preachy. I'm really not. I'm just asking somebody to think one step further than the next screenshot. Let's wrap this up because the tea has been thoroughly spilled and the cup, honey, is finally empty. Here's what we know, allegedly. Cardi B shouted out Remy Ma at her concert. Remy showed up in full Gucci, got the crowd, got the hug, got the viral moment, and did not type a single word in a single DM. Papoose, still legally married to Remy, lurked on 50 Cent's fan platform, reposted the moment with a middle finger emoji, and deleted it. A fan sent Claressa the screenshot. Claressa allegedly responded with the R-word, explicit sexual content, and a full-on crash-out that hit every blog before sunrise. Still no divorce decree. Still no active proceedings. Still no public statement from Papoose. And Remy Ma has not been online for a single second of any of it. Because that, baby, is the difference between the wife in this situation and the woman trying to type her way into being one. So here are the questions I need y'all to sit with. And I genuinely want to hear from you in the comments. Number 1, Claressa sat on Angela Yee's show and promised she was done responding to people online. How many more crash-outs do we have before she actually keeps that promise? Or is that new leaf simply out of reach at this point? Number 2, do you actually think Papoose was home that night? Or does the fact that Claressa felt the need to prove it in a complete stranger's DMs already tell us everything we need to know? And number 3, because I always give you a bonus, what do you think it says about Papoose that he's still lurking on his ops website watching his wife's viral moments? Is he really moved on? Or is that man still emotionally checked into a marriage the paperwork hasn't checked out of? Drop it below. I read every single comment. And if you missed my last video breaking down the Angela Yee interview and the promises Claressa made, go watch that right after this one, because this story makes 10 times more sense when you see that one first. And when the next update drops, and baby, we both know it will, probably before I finish editing this video, I'll be right back here. You already know. Stay safe out there. Stay informed. Stay off strangers' DMs at midnight. And always remember, now let me tell you what the headlines won't, because that's where the real story lives. All commentary is alleged. This is entertainment and opinion. Support your creators. I'll talk to y'all soon. Love y'all. Bye.